देखें, there are some misconceptions about this so-called budget. There has been an 18th and 19th Amendment, and after that, it is not the federal budget which is important. It is the provincial budget which is important. Federal budget deals with your debt servicing, which is about 52 to 54% of the money collected. Federal budget is about defense, which is about 13%. Now, very interestingly, in that federal budget, 33% of that expenditure is for pensions. That is, protecting the older generation which has retired. 5.5% is for the running of the government, for the generation which is in service, and only 1.2% for education for you people. So you can see the priorities for the youth. The other thing that is important is that we talk about IMF, the government talks about IMF, IMF ne ye shart laga di, wo laga di. Total money that we have taken from IMF is $5 billion, and total money which we are going to take from IMF is $7.3 billion. And every year, Pakistanis working abroad send $38 billion to this country, and we don't take care of them. And that is where Dr. Saab told you that be prepared to go abroad for yourself, for your families, and for this country. If you can't sell your medicine, and if you can't sell your textile abroad, at least you have this youth, which has to. And yes, the point that has been made is two very important points. Number one is increase your productivity. There is another misconception that I should clear, and that is the youth. I agree that 63% of this country is youth, but 30% of the population is below 18 years old. 30% is above 18 and below 30 years old, and the rest 30% is above 30 to 65, and only 10% is people like me. Now, every year, according to Economic Survey of Pakistan, 26 to 28 million children are get admission in primary class. 26 to 28 million. Only 1.8 million pass their metric. So much for the skills that we are talking about. And out of that 1.8 million that pass metric, you are the people we are talking about. We are not talking about the rest of the youth. We are talking about the youth which is in the universities, youth which was successful enough to get education and be here. So don't think yourself as youth. Think yourself as future leaders. If you do not think about yourself as future leaders, then there is no future of this country. But please calculate the lethargy that you have, how much hours you give to yourself, to your studies, to your health, to your mental health, to reading a newspaper, to listening to news, to discussing different concepts. Please, that is what it's nothing to do with budgets. You have become successful, you are part of that little, about 12, 13 million people who are educated. And it is our responsibility to show you the direction. It is your responsibility. And I agree with Dr. Saab that you have to tell us what you want. My life is 5 years or 10 years. Your life is 50, 60 years. You have to come up to that. And another thing that I intend to tell you is, we are all proud to be Pakistanis. You are proud to be Pakistanis. Please be world citizens. Let the world be your oyster. If you can't travel physically, at least your mind should go to the moon. Come up with ideas. Experiment. Fail. Experiment. Fail. Learn from your own self. Learn from the past with books and learn from the experience of others. If you are going to depend on this budget, the budget is in minus. You have to contribute. 3 of us have contributed. We did something. That is why we have been invited here. Now we want you to do something. And I'm pretty sure all of you are going to do something. I was telling one of your colleagues that आपका कसूर नहीं है, सिस्टम का कसूर है. अभी आप उठ के अमेरिका या जापान जाके पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं, you will start producing. You will start doing things because that system does not give you time to relax. अमेरिका, इंग्लैंड, जापान, चाइना, रशिया में आपसे ज़्यादा इश्क करते हैं लोग, मगर आपसे ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. Be productive in your classroom. And that is what it is all about. That is what it is all about. एक बात कहूँगा कि छोड़ दें बजट को, SDGs को देख लीजिए. These are the guidelines for you to sustain life in this country and in the world. Be productive, stop lethargy, and try to experiment. I think the future is very bright of this country. There are a lot of leaders around the world. You are our asset. So मैं सिर्फ वो कोट करूँगा जॉन एफ कैनेडी को कि do not ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Thank you very much.